that building downtown, the one on Union Street across from City Hall, that was the YMCA. Did you know that?
No. Always looked like a thrift store.
No, not that one. Not the one. That's the one next door to it. The one across the street from it, right there next to the City Hall parking lot. Big brick number. I think it might be an apartment building.
It took them years to put the sign up there and said it was a YMCA.
I don't think it ever had a sign that said the YMCA, or at least not since the 1970s or 80s.
I supposed to know where it was then.
Because, well, the YMCA, now it's on Marshall Street. It's over here, but it used to be downtown. It actually used to be in 3 different places. You want to know about the YMCA? I know about the YMCA.
Well, I do too. Did he still let women in there?
Well, yeah, they have to now, but they didn't used to. The YMCA was established in 1880 in Boston, Massachusetts.
By who?
A guy named Thomas Sullivan, or Thomas Valentine Sullivan.
What did he do for a living?
He was a captain. He was a Navy captain.
Oh.
His original mission was to give sailors on shore leave home away from home.
Glad you said that before I asked another stupid question.
That's not a stupid question. That is why we are talking, baby. So that way, if you have questions when you look at these buildings, you can say.
You didn't know my stupid question.
Well, you said I answered it before you asked it. Anyway, so original YMCA was established in 1851. It used to be called the Young Men's Christians Association. But our YMCA in Petersburg was established in 1880. Their original building was not where they are now. It wasn't even remotely close to it. Originally, you know that building across the street from where we paid the water bill and stuff? The one that says Oddfellows on the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they used to have their meetings. They used to have them on the second floor. By 1889, they actually had 210 members, and in that building, they had a reading room, a gym, a library, a parlor. They were open from 9 in the morning until 10 at night, and daily they had lectures, Bible classes, meeting, and every single day at noon they held a public prayer.
Why would they need a parlor?
A parlor is what we call like a living room. It used to be like a sitting room. You've seen those old movies on like Turner Classic, haven't you? Where
Would you do that in the library?
No, library is the room that's full of books. I would think that the reading room and the library would be one and the same, but they were different too. What you would do is you would go into the room that was the library, and you would get a book off the shelf, and then you would go into another room, and that's where you would read. The parlor is where you would socialize and play games and stuff, like board games. Like, I guess they played checkers and... I think that they played pinochle back then. Card games, stuff like that. So anyway, by 1903, they had gotten too big. So what they did was they built another building, and that building was where the building is where we pay the water bill. So remember Yvette? You met her at the Unity Fest.
Yeah.
She owns that place, Capuco, the Cultural Arts Center.
Yes.
Building right next to hers used to be the YMCA. I'll show you a picture of it.
Okay.
But in 1915, they moved out of that building, and then they moved to the building that you were originally asking about over on Union Street. But, are you ready for this? When they built that building in 1903, the one next to Yvette's place, that wasn't the only YMCA. They built the second YMCA. That was on the corner of where it would be current day Halifax and Wythe Street. Wythe Street used to be called Oak Street.
Oh.
Yes, so there was a second YMCA there, and it was only for African American or colored children.
Not Christians?
No. Well, yeah, you were Christian, but there was a separate building for white Christians and a separate building for black Christians.
Well, that's
or I
not
guess
very Christian.
I felt the same way when I saw that, but that's how it was, and it was actually that way until the 1960s. In fact, with that building that was on the corner of Halifax and Wythe Street, they tore.
Reminds you of your Bible, don't it?
I guess. I don't know.
The only color of the Bible is the outside.
That was really nice of you, baby. It's so true. So anyway, they used that. That building was torn down in, I think it was the late 1920s or 1930s, and they built another building, another black YMCA that was on Harding Street, closer to the Peabody School. It's still there. Check out
What is
this.
it now?
Now it's this empty shell. Check out this picture. But only thing that I don't know about the YMCA is exactly when it moved from that big ass building on Union Street over to its current building on Marshall Street, which I know is not the same building that it used to be. It had to have been in the 1960s, because didn't you move here to Hopewell in like the 1980s? And wasn't there a YMCA in Petersburg that was really gross?
1979.
Okay, what was the YMCA in Petersburg like when you were a kid? Do you remember, or when you were a young adult?
I was a young adult. It was nice.
Okay, was it the same building that it is now when you got like your scuba certification down there?
Yes.
Really? That building that's right there was built in like the 1980s?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks, baby. I learned something from you today. See, you're wonderful. Love you. And that's all I gotta say about the YMCA.
You don't love the YMCA either?
I've never been to the YMCA.
Well, you're going to have to pay him a visit.
Why? It costs money.
You get a free visit the first time you visit.
I wonder if they offer senior citizen discounts. I am getting to be that age. Not there yet, but will be soon.
Probably.
I will check out the YMCA on your advice. Oh, so anyway, glad you asked. See you later. Love you. Bye.
Bye.